guys, what are we doing today? Well, we are going to take a good look at the WE Knives Esprit, designed by Ray Laconico. You guys know I love Ray's designs, and this is no exception. So you guys know what time it is. Turn down the volume because here comes a little bit of music. Guys, we're going to take a look at the WE Esprit by Ray Laconico. So before I get into it, I wanted to thank Cole for sitting that video out with me so I could give you guys a heads up what was going on. I was on some narcotics and I needed somebody to keep me on track. So Cole, big shout out to you. Thanks for hanging out with me there, bud. So Jared over at Neves Knives sent this to me, and I've wanted to get to see one, and I was not disappointed. There's not much wrong with this knife at all. I carried it the entire time I was sick. Because it does carry so well. It's so light and nice and light, and it's just a good all-around duty knife. So not to make this take any longer, do me a favor and go check out the channel that I've got a link to in the description down below. Support the channels you love. I think I'm going to put in, since he decided to follow me, I think I'm going to put Slope's Game Room down there just because he decided he was going to subscribe to my channel. I love that channel. It's a lot of fun if you like game history. So guys, let's turn this around and take a good look at this WE Esprit from above. Guys, here it is. The WE Esprit, designed by Ray Laconico. Let's go ahead and get the specs out of the way first. So as soon as I figure out where I put my notebook. Guys, spoiler alert, I am refilming this, if you noticed that the lighting has changed. I went to go get my notebook, and apparently the camera never started recording when I came back and pushed the button. So this is the WE Esprit. It is a 7.44-inch knife. It's done with a 3.25-inch drop point, 20 CV full or flat ground blade. Blade stock thickness on it is 0.126. So 0.126, let's look at that. 0.126-ish, 1.5. Behind the edge thickness, I already measured this once. 0.021-ish. It's pretty thin behind the edge. And this is a 20 CV blade. So let's go ahead and go back to past Mike and look at the stuff that he had already filmed. So handle length on this is 4.19. It's done in a textured titanium, sort of a orange peel titanium pocket clip. It is a frame lock running on caged ceramic bearings. So let's go ahead and get the scale in here and get some actual weight on it. They have the weight listed as 3.65 ounces, but let's get the scale in and check it. They have it listed as 3.65 ounces. Here on mine, 3.5-ish, because it's not the greatest scale. Let's see what it looks like in grams for those of you that don't do freedom units. 103 grams. So there's our last spec. Let's get all this stuff out of the way and we'll actually talk about the knife a little bit. All right, guys, like I said, this is a nice little knife, super light because there's a lot of, how well you can be able to see it, there's a lot of skeletonization that went on in here. I carried this the entire time I was sick. I've still been carrying it. As a matter of fact, it just came out of my pocket. Carries really well. I'm not a fan of the pocket clip per se, but it's not horrible. I've definitely had worse. It is one of the ones that wiggles a little bit. Not a fan of it, but it is a titanium pocket clip, so if you wanted to anodize this whole knife, you could. Typical WE logo in the pivot. Action on this is really good. This thing cut really well, and it held up pretty well because I cut up some packaging boxes. My wife had sent some stuff from Japan to us here, and it really didn't scratch. You may be able to see a couple of them, and it held the edge. This is the edge that Jared sent it to me with, and it has held up great. I had zero issues with the edge cutting. I may need to do a little quick strop on it. Now, this is in 20 CV. It's one of those steels that is a little harder for some people to sharpen. I don't have a problem with it. If you got the right stones, it's really good. But blade shape on this, just beautiful blade shape, really functional, nice belly here, nice flat work area here. So if you need to get on something and do some fine flat work on the flat part of the edge, if you got to do some cutting around stuff, you got some belly, nice piercing point. They did grind a swedge into it, so it gives it a really nice look where you've got those two lines. So you have basically three different facets. You have the swedge, you have the flat back here, and then you have your actual grind. Like I said, it's done as a flat grind, and it's done really well, nice and consistent. Don't feel anything. It cut really well. The action on it was really good. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the deep carry pocket clips, but if you happen to be carrying two knives, sometimes it's nice to have one you can carry a little bit forward. I've never had a problem with too many Wee knives. The only one I can say that I honestly didn't like was the Wee kite fin. And I think it's just, it was dimensionally not right for me. This has been contoured really, really nicely in this knife. Great. I wish it had a little bit more jimping. I mean, I know you got to have a place to put Ray's name, but I wish it had a little bit more jimping further up, because by the time you get it actually in hand, you're past your jimping. Now, I do know that that jimping is predominantly there just for the top flipper. See, I always miss the top flip. It's predominantly there for that front flipper, top flipper. I would say I would definitely like to see a lower, I'd like to see a pocket clip that's not almost as thick as the knife. If you look at that, that stands up really, really proud. Is it a hot spot? No, but it definitely detracts from the comfortability of this knife. I took the pocket clip off of this, and it is all but perfect in hand without the pocket clip. It's almost like sometimes knives get designed for comfort and everything, and the designer has it in his hand. He's like, oh yeah, this would be great. And then the company just throws a pocket clip on it that just does not match the way it feels. If you can see how this is all, you know, contoured and softened and everything, and then you've got this that stands up, and so it does detract from the comfort of the knife. Like I said, is it a hot spot? No, it's not a hot spot, but it definitely is less comfortable with the pocket clip. It does have steel lock bar insert with a ceramic detent ball, big ceramic detent ball in there, like typical of most Wee knives. Lockup on this, great. There's nothing. It's bank vault. I don't do spine whack tests. I think that's a ridiculous test anyway, because I don't know anyone that uses their knife this way. I don't know anyone that would be pounding on something where you would need to get the proper tool for the job. Spine whack tests are worthless in my opinion. Does it show lock strength? Yes, but it's showing lock strength in a fashion where that's not how that knife is going to get used. So the action, like I said, is really good. Two-handed opening with that flipper tab is fun. You can just, you know, catch it and pop it open. Snaps open, nice and snappy. Listen to that. Has a good sound to it. I think it's because it's so hot, like it's been skeletonized out, so you get like a pop that you get on some of those knives where it sounds nice. Now, as Neves would say, bang. Yeah, not Neves' knife. Actually, Neves' knife. You're a dummy, Mike. I'm still not feeling the greatest, guys, but yeah, all in all, this is a great little knife. I'd wanted to get to see one. Is it one I would purchase? I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. Hang on just a second. Let me go grab my other Laconico I have here to show you why. I personally find that I like this one a lot better. Very similar blade shapes. This one's a little thinner, but you get some of those elements. You've got the swedge on the back that comes down and gives you that unique look, that nice little, you know, double-faceted look. Almost the same style belly. It's just like an elongated. This one is a little skinnier through here, and it's 100% the pocket clip. Plus, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of, if you're going to provide me a top flipper, front flipper, thumb stud opener, that it's in a liner lock. And I'm going to show you why. I always get, that's what you're seeing. That's why I'm having a hard time getting that to play. By the time I get it in hand, I'm up on the lock bar. And this one is really similar. Top flipper, front flipper, thumb stud, but it's in a liner. And I'm a sucker for good micarta. And this is some really good looking micarta. So pocket clip can make or break a knife for me. I do love this knife. It's one of my favorite Ray's. It's one of my favorites of Ray's designs, to tell you the truth. The one that just stops it for me is it feels a little awkward in hand. And it's a little bulkier in pocket. It's the other thing, like the real estate it's taken up. So let me get, I haven't done it in a while. Let me get a couple knives out. We'll do some knives for size comparison. First of all, we'll look at this one. This is the Ray Laconico designed Artisan Sirius. You can see right here. It's really similar. Let me get the other ones here. Hang on just a second. Didn't really need to go anywhere. I just had to reach over. I don't know, I told you, hang on just a second. So there's your first comparison. Second one is your Sebenza. As you can see, I picked out the Sebenza because it's got kind of a similar blade shape-ish. You know, good bit smaller than the Sebenza. And then the Benchmade 940, also a little bit larger knife. And you're looking at a little bit smaller than 940. So if you know what those knives look like, you know what that's going to look like in your pocket. Like I said, the only issue really, and not even pocket clip, it just is, it does take up a good bit of pocket space because it is kind of broad. But you've got a nice broad blade, nice handle, great knife. If you're looking into getting one, I would recommend it. It's another one of Ray's knives, one of Ray's designs that I really like. I would have to say that these are my top two of the Laconico designs right now that I've handled. I love the Sirius and I love this one. I know there's a couple others out there, but guys, that's it. Pardon my illness-addled ramblings. I know this is gonna kind of seem out of sorts, but you know, hey, trying to get back into making the videos after being really sick for quite a while. So there you go, guys. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts. Guys, there you go, the Wee Esprit. Great little knife. I enjoyed carrying it. And it is it's a worker's champ right there. It's a nice little size. So not much I found wrong with it. Guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's like I say, like I do, sharing channels down below, support the channels you love. Just like, share, and subscribe. That's about the best way to push a channel up the algorithm. Watch a video and like it and drop a comment. Other ways you can support the channel, if you do want to do it financially, I do have a membership tab down below. Get your early access to videos, exclusive content, and a few other perks, including $5 off per knife on my sharpening service if you want to do it. In other ways, I do have affiliate links down below. If you have to be doing some shopping, just use my Amazon affiliate links, and anything you purchase, I get credit for it, and it doesn't cost you anything at checkout. And the last way is I do have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. I've set up a coupon code over at Ember Shirt Co. It saves you 10% at checkout anywhere on their website. And that coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp, all one word. And if you purchase merch and you send me pictures of you wearing it, I will put the pictures in my videos. Guys, that's it. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes it easier to moderate the channel. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.